Hello, hello, knock, 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 who is home? Open the door, let me in, and let me bring you G o'clock. My name is MzGee, and these are simply tales and thoughts of mine that I share with you. So before I go ahead, let me tell you about RJ Building Solutions. So what do you want? Because they have everything you need for your apartment. They have jacuzzi, they have bath, they have all kinds of taps, like you want the normal tap, the hot and cold, the piano showers, the smart one and the normal one. They have the kitchen sink for you, the bathroom sink, the comininis, everything to make your home nice and fresh and make it cozy. And they have it at affordable price. They be running discount. MzGee discount. I have a discount there. Go and let them show you what they have in my name. Of course, if you're living abroad and you're watching this, you can do direct business with them. They have 3 branches: Abelikuma, Galilee, Pantine Hospital, and Dowenya. Where are you building at? They deliver across Ghana. So if you are in Nunkurungu Yoyo or Yaplawu, wherever you are, RJ Building Solutions will deliver to you. The numbers are on your screen to call. I saw a video of a woman of God praying for a pregnant woman, and she kept insisting you would have normal birth, you will give birth normally, you wouldn't have cesarean section. She kept mentioning you wouldn't have cesarean section. I was like, okay. I am a person of faith. I believe in God. I am on prayer altars. I pray like I am a staunch Christian, like all through. Not without blemish anyway. And I believe in the power of prayers. But I was wondering, so this prayer that this woman is praying for, this congregant of her, whoever she was praying for, if she goes to the hospital and doctor says the baby is breached and we have to have cesarean section, would this woman understand, or she'll go back to say, Shabalabo, lobo, God, I have to, because it happened to me. Like, I'm looking at that video and I'm looking at myself because it happened to me. My baby was breached. And every time I went to see my OB and he said that, oh, your baby is breached, he hasn't turned yet, I came home depressed because I had seen on TV somebody interview somebody and the person said I had a child through cesarean section, and she said, and the host, who was a man, says, and you say yeah, because I said so, and I kept that vision or what I saw or heard in my mind, and every time I said, hey, me too, I'll have birth, I'll give birth like vaginally, I'll give birth the normal way, I'll give birth what we are used to. And so I was looking at this prayer, I was making this prayer every time, and I was worried, I was depressed. Every time I come back home, I'll be, hey, my baby Teno. I was taking to my baby Teno. Once throughout my antenatal, the baby turned once, it went back to position. It never turned again. My baby was breached, so I had to undergo CS. And I'm not judging this woman of God who was praying for someone that they should have a normal birth, because I prayed that prayer too. I prayed that I would have a normal birth. But I remember that when I was watching this documentary that was put together, I don't know if it's Amazon Prime or Netflix, everybody wanted to have a vaginal delivery. Like, they were so eager on having a vaginal delivery. Everybody wanted to go through the normal process because that is what they knew was normal. People delayed to the extent that at the point there was no option than to have a CS. Is it the education that we don't have, or the fact that they say is a major surgery, or what is the problem? People even go as far as quoting the Bible, that the Bible says that, oh, a woman has to go through labor and we have to, because God even cares for a woman with labor. Like, a lot of stories around that. And I don't know if there's anything wrong with cesarean section. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. I saw another post on TikTok where this woman talked about being 41 good weeks pregnant and she's refusing cesarean section. She wanted to have a normal birth. They induced her, it didn't work. For 3 days, she was waiting to have a normal birth. She was not dilating. She was waiting to have a normal birth. And finally, she had a CS. So what was the wait for? Like, I'm asking myself, what is the education we are getting on this cesarean section that we do not understand? What are they telling us biblically about it? I've heard preachers preach and say that it is demonic for a woman to have cesarean section. And I'm like, is it okay for somebody to undergo other forms of surgery? Because the medics make us know that it is a major surgery, because they say they are cutting about 7 layers, whatever, before they get to the baby. And of course, the big scar you have after a cesarean section tells you that it's a major surgery. What you go through after a cesarean section tells you that it's a major surgery. But what is this thing that we're making it look like it's a demonic thing to undergo CS? Like, I keep hearing them say that your life first. If that's the only way we can get the baby out and get them out in good shape and you also alive, why not? Why are we constantly preaching to people that cesarean section is bad? I know CS is expensive, like cesarean section is very expensive. If that's what we want to talk about, let's talk about it or look at what can be done to make cesarean section more affordable for people. Because I remember in 2000, I don't know if it's 2008 or so, former President Kufuor introduced, free maternal care where you go to the hospital, you give birth and it's free, you just leave. CS is expensive. If you want to look at them doing something about CS and the cost of it, fine, but to say that you don't want your wife to undergo CS because it's demonic and because when she undergoes CS, she has not given birth properly, and he didn't give birth the way God said we should give birth. Hey, do you know what CS is? Like, they tell you that they are cutting 7 layers or so whatever before they get to the baby, and you don't think it's a major thing and it's a big deal. And I've heard people say that women who undergo CS are lazy. There's an OB I follow on TikTok. He posted about CS and somebody commented that the husband says she's lazy and that's why she underwent CS. Really? Like, who is raising, or who are raising these men that cannot sebi think? And I hear in the hinterlands is extremely bad. Like, the situation is worse there. If you say that they are going to do CS for somebody's wife, it's either they are fighting with the midwife, the OB, or whoever is going to take care of the wife. People are insisting that their wives should give birth vaginally, and something happens to them and they wash their hands off. Like, we the women should be more concerned. Like, if you're a woman, educated or not educated, and your doctor says this is the safe way to bring your child out, and your husband says, it is your life you're gambling with. And your own kwana wudi agro. Agbewe obadele on the line. Like, that man will find another woman to marry tomorrow. Forget it. If your mother gave birth to you vaginally, thank God, praise be to God. If it's a normal route, thank God, you're so blessed. But if that cannot happen with your partner, don't look at your partner like your mother. She's not your mother. Onusuni shabre different. Onusuni body different. If it was not a medical practice of excellence or a medical practice that is acceptable, I don't think that these doctors will be recommending it. And don't fault any woman who says, me, I want to give birth through CS. It is her body. That is what she wants to do. There are many who shege. I have seen things happen and I'm like, huh? And they take us for granted and people speak anyhow, even fellow women, like it's like a competition. Hey, now all was saying, me will see us. Hey, like, I give birth the normal way. Hey, do you know the postpartum issues that comes with giving birth? Do you know the high blood pressure issues that comes with giving birth? Do you know what happens to the body? And so people never even recover from the backache. We need education, sincerely. The education is not enough. If me, who is educated, can still be praying, even when my doctor told me your baby is breached, we have to do CS, I was praying, hey, God, turn the baby's head, oh, God, turn the baby's head, oh. Like, how do they make CS look extremely bad to us? I don't understand. But sincerely, if you're a man and you say because your wife gave birth through cesarean section, she didn't give birth, I think that you don't deserve to be called a father. Because that is to protect the woman and the child. Well, I'm not a medical person, so I can't tell you how many times you should go, but I hear that if you do 3 times is enough, at most 4. I don't know about that. But my concern is the illusion we have, is the falsehood that is being spread. It is the ignorance that is widespread about cesarean section and the fact that it's demonic and we are praying against it and people are refusing to take that option and waiting to die because they want to give birth the normal route. I've heard people say that, oh, CSDA, then they say, you have to ask for a woman, you have to go through that pain, the labor pain. I have heard of people who go through that labor pain, their children don't come out normal because the child was coming out with a part that is not what it's supposed to come out with. Or the person could not push as they wanted them to push, and so the person lost their lives. So if there's an option that makes it better, why not? Rather, let our focus be on talking about the amount involved. It's expensive to do CS. If something can be done about it, the better. But if you have the money and you have the means and the doctor says that is the option, please opt for it. Don't let any man born of a woman tell you that they are alive and the mother went through, pushed them out, so you to push the child out when the doctor says that is not a safe option. And if you feel like you cannot push, do not be cajoled to push. If you feel like you cannot push, don't be persuaded by any husband, partner, whoever to push. If they won't take the baby after cesarean section, please take care of your baby. We are tired of losing women through that route. And the men of God, women of God who are praying for us, yes, we love it. I would love to have that experience. But let us also be conscientized that it is not demonic if that becomes the option that is available. I think that the education should be more. The OBs should continuously conscientize, especially partners of people. And also let us be open to new things. Let women breathe. Cesarean section is not diabolic. Remember that these are simply tales and thoughts of mine that I share with you based on what I see around me. Bye!